Hello, thank you for joining the pre-recorded speaker sessions in Nordic Game 24 Spring Conference. My name is Milena Berbenkova from Intercultural Consult, Bulgaria. I will share with you insights on the skills and motivation in the video game industry in Bulgaria as part of the creative ecosystem. The findings presented here are the result of Intercultural Consult's project Humans at Play and research conducted by Dr. Petya Koleva, myself, and Gergana Minkova. In this recording, I will cover what is Humans at Play, preparatory research findings on available support, skills in the video games industry, motivation for working in the video games industry, women in the video games industry, and conclusions and policy recommendations. The analysis presented here is the result of the 2022-2023 research project Humans at Play Creators and Users, led by Intercultural Consult in collaboration with over 20 partners from the academic, creative, and the industry sectors with the financial support of the National Culture Fund Bulgaria. The analysis is complemented by further in-depth research from 2024 that sought to validate key findings and bring in EU comparative dimensions. The main aim of the study was to explore attitudes toward video games as a link between art and technology and as a cultural product with added value beyond entertainment. The focus was also on the economic potential of the industry. The methodology was based on 3 online anonymous surveys and 3 focus groups. The project team studied 3 target groups: the general public, video game industry professionals, creators and professionals from the cultural sector. The focus groups, as well as participants in project events, provided an indisputable basis for consolidating hypotheses and a more detailed understanding of the data collected in this first national survey of the games industry as part of the creative sector. In 2024, we conducted an additional focus group to bring more clarity on the experience of women in the industry. A total of 1,300 participants took part in the survey. They shared their interest in video games both as a product and as an opportunity for professional development, what skills they associate with working in the industry, and their own experience in developing creative and technical skills associated with the industry. To achieve a comprehensive view of the industry and its potential, the project team partnered with representatives of business, the educational sector, and the cultural sector. These were represented by diverse organizations, companies from the video games industry, including some that ceased to exist due to economic realities at the time, industry events organizers, researchers and educators, and representatives of the cultural sector. The project events sought to showcase Bulgarian products and to activate creatives and audiences' interest in the video game industry. Audiences could interact with diverse products in them, from virtual video games to educational games and virtual visits to cultural heritage sites. The video game industry develops with the support of various types of public funding. It includes support from programs of the cultural sector, as well as those for development and innovation, or support for small and medium-sized enterprises. Funding is usually in the form of grants, loans, tax credits, or equity investments. Some countries, including Belgium, France, Germany, and Poland, have specialized programs for the development of the video game industry. They are most often included in programs aimed at the cultural sector, followed by those for development and innovation. From the start of the research, it became apparent that regionally in Southeast Europe and on the Balkans, the industry was growing rapidly. Game developers associations were reporting 17% growth from 2021 to 2022 in Romania, while 70% of video game companies in Serbia planned for team expansion. This is the result of specialized support for innovation for CCIs in the region. At this moment in 2024, half a year after our project delivered its clear policy recommendations of value to the local game companies and related stakeholders, Bulgaria still doesn't have an organization representing game developers in the country, and any official representative data is not available to the public. This is in stark contrast to all its neighboring countries, of which 2 are EU members, 4 have candidate or associated member status, and all have 1 or more game associations. This again brings results in incidental project-based support. The current study researched the main categories of professional development in the industry recognized by both professionals and the general public. The categories presented here were based on the main skill sets they require and are aligned with other existing research on the matter. Creative skills such as animation, visual arts, music and sound, and script. Technical skills such as programming, quality control, and user interface. Combined or mixed skills, which combine creative and technical skills in game design. These are skills that are industry specific, such as game logic and mechanisms, rules of the game, and so on. And business skills, which relate to production, marketing and advertising, including community management, business management, as well as project management. These professional directions were also confirmed in the preparation of the study in conversation with representatives of the video game sector in Bulgaria. The most widely represented professionals in Bulgaria are those related to visual arts and animation from the creative skills and programming for the technical skills. These professions are also widely popular among the general public and artists who recognize the related skills. These two groups show a clear understanding of the need for creative and technical skills in the field of video games, especially skills in the fields of visual arts and programming. Less recognized is the need for business management and marketing skills. However, the third most recognizable skill set among people outside the industry is the one in game design. Creative professionals from fields outside of the video game industry were another target group of this research. This group of respondents has a clear understanding of the applicability of their skills, with 80% of them saying that they find their skills applicable in the video game industry. In addition, many of them already work with technologies such as 3D mapping, AR, VR, and gamification in their work. Even those who currently have no experience in working with technology share that they are interested in incorporating it in their work. More than 26% have an interest in working with technologies, but due to lack of knowledge, contact with a specialist, or financial means, they haven't yet carried such activities on their own. Among the professionals that shared their experience are professionals from the sectors of cultural heritage, cultural management, and a small group representing the music sector. Music is one of the fields that is least known to respondents in regards to the video game industry. At the same time, in 2024, a Bulgarian music team, part of the team behind Baldur's Gate 3, won the BAFTA award for Best Video Game Music. One of the major factors contributing to the development of an industry is the motivation of professionals to work and advance their career in it. Intercultural Consult's 2023 study also touched on this topic, asking all 3 target groups about the attractive aspects of working in the video game industry. Important motivation factors that were explored in the study are the opportunity for self-expression and development against limitations, the working environment, including teams and workplace, the content of work, including projects on which professionals in the field work on, and evaluation of labor through remuneration. Drawing joy from one's work is among the top motivating factors for the people who already work in the field. More than 65% of professionals share that they feel as though their hobby is their profession. This is also the most often first choice in responses by professionals. This factor supports the hypothesis that people who work in the sector have prior positive attitudes and experiences with video games. Creative expression and the creative process at work occupy a leading position both among professionals and the public as a motivating factor for working in the field of video games. The creative process at work emerges as the most significant for professionals of all fields. For creatives and cultural workers, the possibility of creative expression at work in the video game sector is considered rather limited. 39% of these respondents share that the possibility of creative limitation is a factor that stops them from seeking development in the field. Instead, most motivating for them is the factor of remuneration to join this field. The second most important factor for professionals is the work environment and teamwork. People in the sector are team players who share common interests. In comparison, for creatives, working in a team is the fourth most motivating factor, but working in an office is the second most demotivating factor. Working with technology and pay are the second most important motivational factors among audiences. For professionals, these factors take a much lower position, sixth for remuneration and last for technology. Here, creatives and cultural workers differ again, in that they place the reward of labor as the most motivating factor and working with technology in third place. The data suggests that for non-video game creators, who already have their creative outlet and often have the opportunity to take on a decision-making role, working for a company that follows a shared vision is perceived as limiting. At the same time, from the position of people in a sector with one of the lowest remunerations, this factor in the gaming industry seems the most attractive. By comparison, visual artists in the gaming industry highly value the creative process at work and are also the ones most often among professionals to recognize reward as motivator. The video game industry is closely associated with the IT industry. This fact is linked to a great extent to the issues in gender representation that the industry faces worldwide. In Bulgaria, among the professionals, respondents in the 2023 survey showcase similarities with the findings of previous international studies. The majority of women respondents, a total of 17, work in the area of visual arts, followed by those working in game design, community management, and in fourth place, a split between programming and user interface. Intercultural Consult followed up on these results in 2024 by interviewing women working in the industry and adjacent events. The interviewees, a total of 7, were mainly involved in the business development and popularization side of the industry, such as streaming, game industry events, business development, and IP management. But there were also representatives of the artistic field, such as 3D art and screenplay writing. The majority shared that their interest in games started in childhood, while some referred to male figures in their life, brothers and significant others, as a source of either introduction or further development in the field. In their experience, the interviewers shared that they also see many women employed in the artistic and business side of the industry. However, they shared that they do not see a large discrepancy in the technical profession. One of the respondents said that in her place of employment, the quality assurance team is composed mainly of women, with experienced programmers, women, also present in the developers team. When comparing their development to their male counterparts, none of the respondents felt that there was any discrepancy in their development. The only person that shared some experience of limitation in her success was a woman streamer of gaming content, who shared that there are still many viewers who refrain from watching women playing video games. Women among the creatives and the general public share interest in professional development in the field of video games. Women from the general public showcase significant interest in professional development in the video game industry, with more than 44% of the respondents. While this percentage is lower than that of men, it is significant and showcases bridging a gap in the industry. 83% of women creatives believe that a person with their professional experience can work and develop professionally in the video game industry. More than 45% of women creatives share that they have interest in professional development in the video game industry, with a quarter of them sharing that they are interested but do not know how to find such opportunities. More than 65% of women creatives share that they have integrated contemporary technologies such as 3D, VR, and AR, as well as gamification in their work, with close to one-third of them stating that they have created such integrations on their own, and two-thirds in collaboration with professionals in the technological field. Based on these results, Intercultural Consult offers the following conclusions and policy recommendations. Women have positive attitude towards the video game industry and already possess relevant skills for professional development in it. The industry would benefit from a more human-centered approach to professional development. Creators from different fields are suitable partners for game development with skills and interests. And creative expression is the largest motivation factor for work in the industry. This is why a larger focus on it would benefit the industry tremendously. Professionals in the field are highly committed and intend to continue their development, in Bulgaria specifically as well. And the video game industry bridges the arts and technology and provides a field for innovation with applicability across sectors. Thank you very much for your time. Please feel free to contact us at our website and the email address listed below.